VC, how's it going? Right, okay, last weekend a group of us met up down in London, down in Soho, obviously to go to some record shops, but I suppose the main reason was to meet up with Mazzy, Norman Maslov. So if you watch my channel, if you watch other VC channels, I'm pretty sure you know who Mazzy is. He uploads a video every couple of hours, so there's no avoiding him really, but it was really good to meet up with him. So he got in touch with a handful of people, just say, do you want to get together, as he was in London? And I think there's 12 of us in total. Yeah, it's a good mixture of people actually. There's a couple of people there that I know really well, obviously Headley and Rob Walker, but there's a bunch of guys that I only knew through their videos. So it's really nice to meet them. And there's a few people there that I didn't know. So yeah, but everybody was great. So I'm still buzzing from the day. That was last Saturday and it was a really good day. So everybody walked away with records, of course. And I'll have just uploaded some footage, which you'll have seen, of us visiting the first two shops, Sister Ray and Flashback. I didn't buy any records from either of them, but I did get some records from Sounds of the Universe. So first up, this is Delroy Wilson with his album Good All Over, late 60s rock steady on Studio One. Now, I've never seen an original copy. I'd love an original, but I've never seen one. And this reissue came out, I think, at the end of last year. It sounds great. Every track is a winner. So, as I say, it's rock steady. It includes one of the first rock steady tunes that I ever heard, which was a song called Once Upon a Time, which is just gorgeous. A beautiful vocal from Delroy Wilson. So if you want to get into reggae and you don't know where to start, I wholeheartedly recommend this. So yeah, great stuff. So really pleased to find out. Right, so one of the guys that was there at the weekend, I hadn't met him before, David Donley. Now, David doesn't make videos, he doesn't have a YouTube channel, but he should do, because this guy's got a tale to tell. So he's previously worked with the likes of The Cure, Viv Albertine at the Slits. He's currently working with Glenn Matlock in this band, The Venus Reaction. Yeah, and he very kindly gave me this 45. So I'm going to play a little bit of this over some footage of us all just sitting around, having a beer, having a nice sit down, just taking the weight off our feet, because I'm pretty sure that's what David would have wanted when he wrote this song. Right, so one of the records that I picked up from Sounds of the Universe was this. This is Soul of Haringey, an EP that's just been reissued in the last month or so, but originally came out in the mid-80s. And this is fascinating because it was a school project and it wasn't anything creative, it wasn't anything musical, it wasn't a music project, it was an economics project. So you had a group of students given 1,500 quid to record a record, get it pressed, and then go and sell it to make some money. And what they did, they put out an advert and people from the local area, some former students, submitted material for this record. So it's a 5-track EP. It's a mixture of electro, early hip hop, some nice modern soul. If you want to check anything out on here, listen to the song Miracles by Jennifer Viben. I think this has been pressed on the 45 recently as well. Absolutely fantastic. But yeah, a really interesting thing. So pleased to find out. Right, so we also went to 2 other record shops in Soho on Saturday afternoon. Went to Third Man Records, which is Jack White's store. Everything's yellow. Everything's nice and yellow. Yep. And we also went to Phonica Records, which is a dance music shop. Now, I picked up this 45 from there. This is by a band called the Stance Brothers. The track's called Sao Paulo. Now, if anybody has been watching YouTube videos for a long time, going back 10 years or so, there's a channel, Seco Funk, Van, and he had a fantastic soul, funk, jazz collection. And he made a video about a record label called Ricky Tick. This label, a jazz label out of Finland. Really interesting stuff. I picked up quite a bit of the stuff on that label. It's defunct now, it's not going, but quite a bit of stuff on that label. It's relatively cheap still, some really interesting records, a lot of stuff put out on 10-inch. But one of the artists that recorded for that label were the Stance Brothers. They're now recording on We Jazz, and this is just basically funky jazz. Great drum break at the start of this, and I'll play a clip of this over some footage of the shop. London for the weekend. I was staying with a friend down there, so I was there Saturday, Sunday, came home on Monday, and originally we just expected to spend the day in the pub on the Sunday watching the football, but Mazzy sent me a message on Sunday morning, said, "Do you want to get together again?" So we came over to Greenwich where I was staying, so we just sort of milled around there, you know, minced about, went to a couple of record shops, and this is what I bought. So this is nice original copy of Portishead's second album from '97. Yeah, I love this record. I love the first two Portishead albums. I know they put the album Third in the 2000s, which I'm not as keen on, but the first two are great. I think Dummy is just pretty much coming up to its 30th anniversary, so I've been playing that quite a bit recently, so it was nice to find an original copy of this. Very nice. We also went to a shop called Casbah Records, which is, as I say, also in Greenwich. I picked up 2 records from there. I was really pleased with these, actually. So the first Kraftwerk album, I've never owned this in any format. So this isn't an original German copy. It's a French reissue from a couple of years after it originally came out, but really nice. I think I'm just missing the second Kraftwerk record now. I'd been listening to their third record, Ralph and Florian, quite a bit about a month or so ago. So I'd had it in my head to look for these first 2 records. So I was really pleased to find out. It's in great nick as well. And one other record that I picked up at the same time, I think I paid about 20 quid for this, a nice original copy of Prince Buster's Sister Big Stuff. This is a record that I've had before. My copy was absolutely knackered, so I've got rid of it recently. But yeah, just nice late 60s, early 70s reggae. You can't go wrong with Prince Buster. A little bit of nudity on there, but we can ignore that. But yeah, so I'll perhaps play a little bit of that over some footage of me, Mazzy and my mate Sean wandering around Greenwich. So all in all, a fantastic weekend. I'm still buzzing for the weekend. It was great seeing everybody. Yeah, it's really cool, and we must do it again soon.